sound more enthusiastic than that. Come on. Alright, now I'm going to start calling you guys up in the order that you guys signed up in. Alright, and you guys are going to come to me and tell you what color you like. So, let's get on up here. First round is not a play round, it is a deck building round. You will open up the packs, everything you got inside, and you will make your deck based off of that. You are not allowed to use the promo card that you got with your pack in your deck.
Oh, what?
I was told this by my boss.
You can't use the hero.
Okay, there we go. Learn things every day, people. Alright. There we go.
Yay, I got the main fashion.
Alright.
For this maybe, but...
Take it out! You have 45 minutes! Go deck!
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Okay, so I'm here at Dragon's Lair, and Theros Pre-Release party is actually going on, which is the tournament back there. And Azyxa is playing, so hopefully he's doing really well. I chickened out. I really just got too nervous. Didn't think I could build a deck, and probably couldn't have after seeing it. But some really cool cards came out in his pack. He got Thoughtseise, foil, and he got a couple of got a Planeswalker, white Planeswalker, forget her name, and the Kraken thingy for the blue deck. He went with blue. So they had 45 minutes to construct the deck, and then now they're going to play, and then they have a couple rounds, and then it's a couple hours actually, and then they'll be finished. I forget how many rounds they play, like maybe 4 or 5, something like that. Anyways, I'll check up on Azyxa in a minute and let you know how it's going.
But yeah, I like blue. I thought about going with white because it's like my second favorite color, but it seems more usable than blue as a single color. But yeah, it ended up working pretty well for deck construction. I got lucky and had 2 artifacts. They're creatures, but they made one man of any color. So I threw 2 of those in there, and I got a rare land, which makes any color mana I want for however much devotion I have. And so I figured I could get away with 4-color deck, which is kind of dangerous, but it seems to be working out. So I have like a splash of green. There's 1 green card, which basically won me the game. So I can untap all my creatures and all my lands every turn, not just on my turn, which is crazy. I put some black in there because I got a Thoughtseize, foil one, which is very exciting. And I put a black enchant creature card. I figured it'd be nice for a creature because it has Death Touch, or if I have a lot of mana, it's like 5 mana to cast as a Death Touch enchantment. I could put it on something. And the rest is just mostly blue with a little bit of white because I got what was their name? Elspeth, something, Elspeth, the Planeswalker. And I have 2, I guess they're like Pegasus in there for flying, but those are kind of dangerous because they're too white. So I had to splash more white in than I really wanted, but it seems to be working out with those 2 unicorns that make 1 mana of any color. And I have another artifact which I can search for 2 basic lands and put them into play tapped, which is also very powerful. So yeah, I've won both my games so far. Pretty exciting. I did not expect that. I was actually expecting this deck to fall apart because most of the creatures are really high casting cost. And all my cheap stuff is just like all counter spells and put a creature back in your hand to bide my time until I can actually cast stuff. But it worked pretty well. We'll see what happens next round. So I just played in my second round, and I won 2-0. The first game I played was kind of dicey. I thought I was going to lose for sure. I had initially put out this card here, Baleful Eiodlon. He's only a 1/1, but he has Death Touch, so I used him as a blocker for a while. And the guy kept killing my creatures, and I eventually got Elspeth out. Elspeth, wherever she is, the Planeswalker. She, for one, what is it? What's it called? Favor? Something? But, I ended up just spamming the field with 1/1 weenie tokens, so every +1 she makes 3 of them, and I ended up having like 10 or 12 or something like that. And so I just kept attacking him with weenies, and like on the very last like killing turn, I attacked him with all my weenies, one of the artifact horses and a flying creature. He blocked 4 things, but then the rest of them killed him, and like he basically went down to 0 life exactly. So I kind of got lucky. The second game went extremely well. I Thoughtseize something out of his hand on like the 3rd turn, which was a -4/-4, and then that next turn I ended up playing the Prophet of Kruphix, which is ridiculous and super powerful. I get to untap all my creatures and lands during each other player's untap step, which is nuts. And I can play creatures as though they had flash. So it was pretty much done at that point, because I was playing like 6 casting cost creatures on his turn with flash and blocking. One of them had hexproof, and like he was getting ready to like cast something on it, and he's like, shit, I didn't expect it to have hexproof. The next one had scry too, and yeah, I basically got him down, and he just conceded. So it went very well. And now I guess I'm 2-0 and 2-0, so I guess the next person I'm going to play is probably pretty good. So we're going to see if I get a beatdown, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Okay, into round 3. We're taking a obviously super healthy lunch break, as you can see. And someone really loves green cards, huh? Green deck? How'd you do?
Terrible. Terrible. It was just a bad matchup. The guy had two green creatures. They were the same. They're rare. They had protection from blue, and they're uncounterable. And they were like 6. They were X counters, so like one was 6/6, another time it was like 7/7. So lost both matches. It was basically no competition. It was terrible. So there's that. So yeah, I only had one removal spell that was white, which would have helped, but just one in the deck, and I didn't draw it, so it wasn't going to help. And that was pretty much it. Back to Eden. Fourth game, and I won 2-0. It went extremely well. I was playing a blue-green deck, and he didn't have any crazy protection from blue creatures, which was good. And I guess the deck wasn't very strong that he was playing. Either that or I got really lucky with my card drawing. I got a lot of countering. My first opening hands were very good. The first game I had a bunch of land and I had a bunch of counters, so I just like bided my time, countered everything I could, and got a bunch of creatures out. I got some death touch creatures out, some flying creatures. I think it was like the third or fourth turn, I was able to search for lands with a little unicorn thing instead of hitting him. And so I definitely mana ramped up and had a ton of mana to do whatever I wanted with. The second game, I'm trying to think. The second game, I pretty much put down 5 or 6 lands before I did anything, and he kept doing the same thing, and I was just waiting to counter. And he played his Leviathan thing, or I forget what it's called, but it has monstrosity. He tapped out, and I countered it. He had to pay 1. He was like, seriously? He got all pissed off, like threw his cards down. So there was that. And then, yeah, pretty much after that I controlled the whole game with counter spells and putting stuff down. Oh yeah, that first game, had him down again, won me the game. And then the second game I got Elspeth down, her, and she pretty much won me the second game because I was able to get to 7 and I had her at 8, so I went down to 1. All my creatures, but at that point I had a bunch of little 1/1 weenies and they all went to 2/2 flying and game over, so went well. Now I have to wait and see if I win a box of Theros.
Brad Mahoney, Michael Bennett, Norman Freese, Ali Hamsi, Daniel Reed, Tyler Smith, Robert Watson, Chris Wood, Jake Sullivan, Samuel Barr, Bryce Eaton, please come in to pick up 5 packs. For free. We are done. We already did the box. That went to Norman Freese.
Okay, so that was a long tournament.
Better than doing it at midnight?
Yeah, better than doing it at midnight. Not a lot of, as many people turned up, but I guess more people were here maybe last night at midnight for that release part. So, Zix is a wiener.
I'm a wiener.
He's gonna win 5 packs next week because they ran out of, I guess they didn't have enough of the prize packs or whatever. So, next week during the release he'll get it. So that's fun. Did you like it?
I did. It was fun. I was very pleased with my deck and the cards that I got, and I think this is the first time I actually got something really crazy out of a pack, which is a foil Thoughtseize. Very exciting. Also worth a lot of money. And I got some real other good cards, like the Elspeth, which I can never pronounce her name, the Planeswalker.
And the Prophet thingy.
She's really nice. Yeah, and the Prophet. The green and blue card.
That basically won you.
That won me more than half my games, pretty much, just because of that one card.
Yeah.
So it was fun.
Yeah, did you talk about your last win? No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
Oh, you did?
No, I did.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was all over the place.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I did very
Long
well.
day.
I did very well.
Yay! Good job. Yes. All right, see you guys.